In the Sacramento area where dreams meet determination, there's a group standing tall for all kids. Today we're sitting down with a mentor and a mentee called A Big and a Little. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Sacramento is here to share how we can all stand with kids and make a lasting impact, one mentoring relationship at a time. Let's welcome Chris Smith and Kingston. Hello to the both of you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm happy to have you both on here. So Chris, I wanted to start off with you. Why did you choose to be a Big for Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I want to say it was one of them random things. I grew up learning to just give back, right? And that's always a good thing. But with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program in Sacramento, it teaches you to be intentional with your time.
Yeah.
And that's something that I wanted to do. So last year I applied. It was a long process, but I was fortunate to be able to get into the program, and and really, just to kind of seek that goal of really, giving my time, right? Because that's the most valuable thing you can give to somebody.
And I mean, you got Kingston as your little, so tell us maybe a favorite memory you have with this guy right here.
I want to say all of them,
Yeah.
right? But I want to say the biggest thing, and he knows this, right? The biggest moment that really sticks out to me is last year during the Christmas season, the Big Brothers Big Sisters programs, they were gracious enough to give everybody a $50 gift card to all the littles, right? And going around Macy's in Roseville, Kingston was looking around, and the thing that he said to me was, "I want to get something for my mom." And for me, I was just like, wow, just being able to have that mindset, which most people, learn at a later age. He was fortunate to learn at a young age to think about others, and then eventually things would come back to you. So for me, that was the biggest thing that I've learned from Kingston, and the most memorable moment.
Yeah, I mean, to already be thinking about others at your age, I think that's amazing. And what are some traits that you see in Kingston that remind you of yourself at that age?
You know, um, Me and Kingston can sometimes be shy,
Yeah.
but just being nice to people, that's something that my mom taught me at a young age, just being able to just be grateful for what we have. Kingston is very grateful for what he has. He has a great mom that, and a great role model to kind of teach him things. And, just being kind and genuine to people
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of myself when I
Yeah.
was his age, because my mom taught me the same traits as well.
How has being a mentor impacted you, Chris?
It taught me to be brave, right?
Yeah.
Going into the program, I was very nervous. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Meeting Kingston, I'm the big, right? So I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, I shouldn't be nervous. He should be nervous. And I'm over here shaking like, what am I going to do,
Yeah.
right? So, being able to kind of have that interaction, and it really teaches me to kind of be more open with myself. And, now, having that brave mindset, really teaches me you know, to not be afraid to jump into other ventures. And, that's what I'm seeing in my life as well.
That's awesome. And I mean, Kingston, you got Chris as your big. How has that been for you?
Well, I would say he's a very positive, mentor uh, to have in general.
Yeah, and that's always good to have in your life. What would you say is a favorite memory you have with Chris?
It would probably be the first time that we met. We went to the park,
Yeah.
and it was really fun because I got to teach him something.
Yeah. Oh, what did you teach him?
How to play chess.
Oh!
And I beat him.
And you beat him? Oh my goodness. You got to redeem yourself there. That's amazing. But I mean, again, like you're able to teach him things. He's teaching you things along the way. I think that's beautiful. Kingston, what's one thing you've learned from Chris?
Well, when we're driving, he always hey, try to save your money. So then I know exactly when to save it, when to spend it, and if I know I could, if I can't.
Okay, already getting those financial lessons early on. That's key. That's key. Kingston, what's one activity you hope you and Chris can do together in the future?
I would probably want to go on another scavenger hunt.
Ooh.
We went on one in the Sacramento area, and so that was really fun. So I probably want to do that again.
Oh, what were some things you found on your scavenger hunt?
Well, we had to find a bear. We ended up eating instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. You had to take a little lunch break before you continued on.
Food first.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go. Chris, what would you say to people who are considering becoming a mentor? They're thinking about joining Big Brothers, Big Sisters. What would be your advice as someone who's done it?
I would say be 100% sure, right? We as bigs, we are impacting somebody's life, right? And one thing we really want to consider is, how are we being intentional, with our time, So just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Everybody can spend money on certain causes, but it's another to spend your time, right? And time is very, very important and it's very scarce, these days. So just make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that it'll pay back tenfold.
There we go. Well, it's amazing to see both of yours relationship. And I know you mentioned you have a birthday coming up, so happy early birthday
Thank
to you. Alrighty, to our viewers, I'm going to let them know where they can go for a little bit more information. Remember, every kid has potential, yet thousands of kids in our area don't have the support they need to discover theirs. You can help join ABC 10 and Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Greater Sacramento Area to stand with kids and help match local youth with a mentor who will empower them, inspire them, and ignite their potential. The work of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Greater Sacramento Area provides a mentor for kids and a partner for parents, because every family deserves the support they need to thrive. Your donations fund mentorship training, activities for bigs and their littles like the ones you saw today, and resources for families. Even a little donation makes a big difference. Visit abc10.com/standwithkids to donate and help local kids thrive.